What's up, everyone? Got some prize pick props that I like for tonight. Let's get right into it. First prop I'm looking at is Kyle Kuzma, 3 pointers made. Washington at Utah on the road. Kuzma shoots a lot of 3 pointers, and he makes a lot. At least he has recently. Let's look at him on the road. Away from home, he's hit this mark 50% of the time, 4 out of the last 5 games. So he's shooting well lately, playing very well lately. He shot 10, 9, 6, 8, 9 3 pointers in his last 5 games. Looks like him to go under. Utah's defense is one of the best in the league. Actually, the best in the league versus 3 pointers allowed. 3 point percentage, they're very good. And power forward defense, they're very good. Even though he is hot, I'm going to go for Kyle Kuzma to go under 2.5 made 3 pointers for the night. Second player I'm looking at is going to be from that same game. We're looking at Mike Conley Jr. His prop on the night is 1.5 3 pointers made. As you can see, in home, he kills this mark almost 70% of the time. So he shoots very well at home. And one of the stats I do like, he do take a lot of 3 pointers too. As you can see, 4, 7, 7, 5, 6 in the last 5 games. He shot 4 3-pointers against New Orleans Pelicans back on 12-15. I think that was probably their last game at home, and he did not make any. Let's look at all of his games. And even in all of his games, 12-19, 12-20, those were on the road. He only made 1 3-pointer each game. Each game he took 5, 3, and 3 in those games. I like Mike Conley Jr. to have a bounce back night and home tonight and go over 1.5 3-pointers made. Next prop I'm looking at is coming from the assist category. Again, we're going to take a look at this Washington-Utah game. We're going to look at Monte Morris. His prop on the night is 4 assists. As you can see, he's hit this 75% of the time in his last 10 games. Let's see what he looks like on the road. Away, he's hit it 60% of the time, but not in his last 2 road games against Utah, and I think this game was in home. He went over the assists. He had 9 assists versus Utah. The Vegas prop, pretty much what the Vegas prop is, just minus 4.5. We're getting it at Prizepicks at 4. I think we can safely choose the over on the assist for Monte Morris. Second player I'm looking at is coming from the same game and the same team. We're looking at Bradley Beal, and his assist prop is 5. On the books, it's around 4.5, with a heavy favorite to go over 4.5. Let's look at him at 5 assists. He's hit this 57% of the time in his last 10 games. And on the road, he hits this assist mark 80% of the time. Actually, let's move it up to 5. I'm sorry, on the road, he hits it 71% of the time. So even though there's a slight difference in the books, this is a case where I think he will go over 5 assists. At worst, I think we get a push here. So I like Bradley Beal to go over the prop of 5 assists. Next prop I'm looking at is coming from the points category, and we're looking at CJ McCollum, New Orleans. His prop on the night is 24.5. As you can see, he's went over that in 4 of his last 5 games. Look at this category over there on the San Antonio Spurs defense. They are the worst in points allowed, field goal percentage allowed, 3-point percentage allowed, shooting guard defense. They're near at the bottom of the league, and also 3-pointers made. They're near at the bottom of the league. The only thing they're really good at is free throws allowed. Zion is out tonight. That means more touches for CJ, and I like him to go over his prop of 24.5 points for the night. Another player we're looking at for points is going to be Jordan Clarkston, again from this Washington versus Utah game. Utah's in home. As you can see, his prop is 20.5. He's went over that 70% of the time in his last 10 games. He's been hot. I mean, he's done it 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 6 out of 7 games, he's went over 20.5. That was away. Let's look at his home. I'm sorry. Let's look at his home. I was looking at his away. Away, he's in home. He's hit it 60% of the time in his last 10 games. And let's look at all of his games. All of his games, he's hit it 70% of the time. So Washington is not bad defensively, but I think at home he's going to be aggressive. Looks like Utah's favored by 6. I think this will remain close all night long, and I like Jordan Clarkson to go over the prop of 20.5 points for tonight. The last couple props I got for you is coming from the rebound category. And the first player we're looking at is Zach Collins, San Antonio Spurs at New Orleans Pelicans. His prop on Prizepicks is 6. He's hit this 54% of the time during the year in his last 30 games. Let's look at his last 10. He's hit 6, 83% of the time. And let's look at against New Orleans. It looks like he had 6 rebounds in a prior game in home. Let's look at his away numbers. His away numbers, he's went over 6 in 2 out of his last 3 games, only a 33% hit rate. So, to me, the book's giving us 5.5. I think he may actually get around 6, but that'll be a push. Even though he's got 8 and 7 in his last 2 games, New Orleans is decent defensively when it comes to rebounds allowed, defensive rebounds allowed, and they're decent against the power forward defense. So I'm gonna go Zach Collins under 6 rebounds for the night. And last player we're gonna look at is coming from that same game. We're gonna look at New Orleans Pelicans center, Jonas Valanciunas. His prop on the night is 10.5. And he's hit that 33% of the time in his last 30 games. In his last 10 games, he's hit it 40% of the time. In home, he's hit it 40% of the time. Now, it looks like the line at the books is around 11.5. We're getting it on Prizepicks, I think, for 10.5. Let me verify that. Yep, we're getting it on Prizepicks for 10.5. Let's check over here. Let's see where he's at over here. Going to be pretty interesting if they're giving it to us at 10.5 and the books are giving it to us at 11.5. Out to make sure. His rebound prop over on the books is 11.5. FanDuel got him minus 30 to go over 10.5. They got him at 10.5. They got him minus 130. Everything else 11.5 is pretty heavy to go under, except on FanDuel. Not sure really what they're seeing tonight. I don't see anything different. I think these numbers should probably fall in line with him. To me, probably going under the 10.5 rebound prop, just based on his past performance. And this year and going against a defense that is decent against rebounders. So I'm going to go with, he had 10 rebounds at San Antonio one time and 11 rebounds at San Antonio the other time. So he's rebounded well. And I'm going to add a half a point for the home game. So I'm going to take Dallas to go over the prop of 10.5 rebounds for the night. We're going to take him to go over the prop of 10.5 rebounds for the night. So those are a few picks that I like for the night. Go ahead and like, subscribe. Both those things we greatly appreciate it. Go ahead and sign up and get props.cash. It's the best tool in the business to help you quickly determine which way you want to go on some props. Link down in the description, and my code is WISEGUYBETS. That's all I have for today. Until the next video, peace.